Deep within the sands of Egypt, buried for thousands of years, lies a story waiting to be told. Picture this, a small, weathered artifact, etched with strange symbols, discovered in the shadow of the Great Pyramid. At first glance, it seems like just another relic from a bygone era. But what if I told you that these symbols hold secrets that could rewrite what we know about ancient Egypt? These aren't just random markings, they're hieroglyphs, a language that served as a bridge between the mortal world and the divine. Each symbol is a key, unlocking the beliefs, rituals, and mysteries of one of history's most fascinating civilizations. Today, we're diving into the hidden world of hieroglyphs to uncover 30 of their most profound symbols. From the Ankh, representing eternal life, to the Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection and power, these hieroglyphs are more than just writing, they're a window into the soul of ancient Egypt. So, are you ready to decode the secrets of the pharaohs? Let's begin this journey of discovery together. Now, let's turn our attention to the first of these remarkable symbols, the Ankh. Often referred to as the key of life, the Ankh is one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols of ancient Egypt. Its distinctive shape, a looped cross, has fascinated historians and archaeologists for centuries. But what does it truly represent? At its core, the Ankh symbolizes eternal life, a concept that was central to the ancient Egyptian worldview. It was believed to hold the power to sustain life, both in this world and the next, making it a sacred emblem of immortality. The origins of the Ankh are shrouded in mystery, but many scholars believe it may have represented the union of male and female energies, or the harmony between the earthly and the divine. This idea of balance was crucial to Egyptian spirituality, and the Ankh became a powerful tool in rituals and ceremonies. You'll often find it depicted in the hands of gods and goddesses, particularly those associated with life and fertility, such as Isis and Osiris. In these depictions, the Ankh is shown being offered to pharaohs, symbolizing the divine gift of life and the promise of eternal existence. But the Ankh wasn't just a religious symbol, it also played a role in everyday life. Amulets shaped like the Ankh were worn by ordinary Egyptians as a form of protection and a reminder of the afterlife. These small, portable symbols were believed to bring health, vitality, and good fortune to their wearers. In tombs and temples, the Ankh appears frequently, often carved into walls or painted on sarcophagi, serving as a powerful reminder of the deceased's journey into the afterlife. Its presence in these sacred spaces underscores its importance as a bridge between life and death, the mortal and the divine. Even today, the Ankh continues to captivate us. Its timeless design has found its way into modern culture, appearing in art, fashion, and even popular media. From jewelry to tattoos, the Ankh remains a symbol of life, resilience, and spiritual connection. Its enduring legacy is a testament to the profound impact ancient Egyptian culture has had on the world. So, the next time you see the Ankh, remember, it's not just a symbol, it's a key to understanding how the ancient Egyptians viewed life, death, and the eternal journey of the soul. And with that, we're ready to explore our next symbol, the Eye of Horus, a powerful emblem of protection and divine authority. Now, let's shift our focus to another iconic symbol that has fascinated scholars and enthusiasts alike, the Eye of Horus. Known as the Wedjat in ancient Egyptian, this symbol is instantly recognizable by its striking, stylized eye design. But the Eye of Horus is far more than just an artistic motif. It's a powerful emblem of protection, health, and royal authority, deeply rooted in the mythology and daily life of ancient Egypt. The story of the Eye of Horus begins with the god Horus himself, one of the most important deities in the Egyptian pantheon. Horus, often depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon's head, was the god of the sky, kingship, and divine justice. According to myth, Horus lost his left eye in a fierce battle with his uncle Seth, the god of chaos and disorder. The eye was later restored by the god Thoth, symbolizing healing, restoration, and the triumph of order over chaos. This mythological tale gave the Eye of Horus its profound meaning as a symbol of protection and wholeness. In ancient Egyptian culture, the Eye of Horus was believed to possess magical properties. It was commonly used as an amulet to ward off evil, promote good health, and ensure safety. People wore it as jewelry or placed it in their homes, trusting in its power to guard against harm. But its significance didn't stop there. The Eye of Horus also played a crucial role in medicine. Ancient Egyptian physicians used the symbol as a mathematical representation of fractions, dividing the eye into 6 parts, each corresponding to a specific fraction. These fractions were thought to hold healing properties, and they were used in medical prescriptions and rituals to restore balance and health to the body. The Eye of Horus also held a special place in royal iconography. Pharaohs, who were considered the living embodiment of Horus, often incorporated the symbol into their regalia and monuments. It served as a reminder of their divine right to rule and their role as protectors of the people. In temples and tombs, the Eye of Horus appears frequently, painted on walls or carved into stone, symbolizing the pharaoh's connection to the gods and their responsibility to maintain order and harmony in the kingdom. Even today, the Eye of Horus continues to resonate with people around the world. Its timeless design and rich symbolism have made it a popular motif in art, jewelry, and even modern spirituality. Whether as a talisman for protection or a reminder of ancient wisdom, the Eye of Horus remains a powerful link to the beliefs and values of ancient Egypt. So, the next time you encounter this enigmatic symbol, take a moment to appreciate its deep history and the enduring legacy of the god Horus. And with that, we're ready to uncover the next symbol in our journey, the scarab beetle, a fascinating emblem of rebirth and transformation. Now, let's turn our attention to a symbol that embodies one of the most profound concepts in ancient Egyptian belief, the scarab beetle. This small but mighty creature, often overlooked in the modern world, held immense significance in ancient Egypt as a powerful emblem of rebirth, transformation, and the eternal cycle of life. The scarab beetle, or Keper, in Egyptian, was deeply intertwined with the mythology of the sun god Ra, and played a central role in both daily life and the afterlife. The scarab's connection to rebirth stems from its natural behavior. Ancient Egyptians observed the beetle rolling balls of dung across the ground, which they saw as a metaphor for the sun's journey across the sky. Just as the scarab pushed its ball forward, the sun god Ra was believed to roll the sun across the heavens each day, only to be reborn at dawn. This parallel led the scarab to become a symbol of creation, renewal, and the endless cycle of life and death. In fact, the scarab was so closely linked to Ra that it was often referred to as Khepri, the morning form of the sun god, representing the rising sun and the promise of a new day. But the scarab's symbolism didn't end with the sun. It also played a vital role in funerary practices. Ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of resurrection and eternal life, and the scarab beetle became a key symbol in ensuring a successful journey to the afterlife. Scarab amulets, often inscribed with spells or prayers, were placed on the chests of the deceased during mummification. These amulets, known as heart scarabs, were meant to protect the heart and guide the soul through the weighing of the heart ceremony, a crucial step in achieving immortality. The inscriptions on these scarabs often included pleas to the gods, asking them to overlook any wrongdoing and grant the deceased passage into the afterlife. Beyond its spiritual significance, the scarab beetle was also a popular motif in jewelry and decorative art. Scarab-shaped rings, necklaces, and seals were worn by both the living and the dead, serving as symbols of protection and good fortune. These items were often crafted from precious materials like gold, lapis lazuli, or faience, showcasing the scarab's importance in Egyptian culture. In tombs and temples, scarabs were carved into walls or placed as offerings, reinforcing their role as guardians of the dead and symbols of eternal life. Even today, the scarab beetle continues to captivate us with its timeless symbolism. Its image can be found in museums, art collections, and even modern jewelry, a testament to its enduring legacy. The scarab reminds us of the ancient Egyptians' deep reverence for the cycles of nature and their belief in the possibility of renewal and transformation. As we move forward in our exploration of hidden symbols, let's carry this idea of rebirth with us as we uncover the next symbol, the jade pillar, a powerful representation of stability and endurance. Now, as we step into the next chapter of our journey through ancient Egyptian symbols, we encounter the jade pillar, a powerful emblem of stability, endurance, and the unshakable foundation of life itself. This iconic symbol, often depicted as a column with 4 horizontal bars at the top, holds a deep connection to the god Osiris and serves as a reminder of the resilience that defined both the gods and the people of ancient Egypt. The jade pillar's origins are rooted in the mythology of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, resurrection, and fertility. According to legend, Osiris was betrayed by his brother Set, who dismembered his body and scattered the pieces across Egypt. Isis, Osiris' devoted wife, gathered the fragments and with the help of the god Thoth, restored him to life. The jade pillar is said to represent the backbone of Osiris, symbolizing his strength and the triumph of life over death. This connection made the jade a potent symbol of stability, not just in the physical sense, but also in the spiritual and cosmic realms. In ancient Egyptian rituals, the jade pillar played a central role in ceremonies aimed at ensuring the stability of the kingdom and the continuity of the pharaoh's rule. One of the most famous rituals involving the jade was the raising of the jade, a ceremony performed during the annual Heb-Sed festival. This event celebrated the pharaoh's renewal of power and the rejuvenation of the land. During the ritual, priests would raise the jade pillar, symbolizing the restoration of order, the strengthening of the kingdom, and the promise of a prosperous future. It was a moment of collective hope and affirmation, reminding the people of their connection to the divine and the enduring strength of their civilization. The jade pillar's influence extended beyond rituals and into the very fabric of Egyptian architecture and art. It was often carved into temple walls, painted on tomb ceilings, and even incorporated into jewelry and amulets. In architecture, the jade was sometimes used as a decorative motif, symbolizing the stability of the structure and its alignment with cosmic order. In tombs, it served as a protective symbol, ensuring the deceased's safe passage to the afterlife and their eternal stability in the realm of Osiris. The jade's presence in art and architecture was a constant reminder of the enduring principles that guided Egyptian life: balance, order, and resilience. What makes the jade pillar particularly fascinating is its timeless relevance. Even today, its message of stability and endurance resonates with us, reminding us of the importance of standing firm in the face of challenges. As we continue our exploration of hidden symbols, let the jade pillar inspire us to reflect on the foundations that hold us steady, both in our personal lives and in the broader world around us. Next, we'll uncover the was scepter, a symbol of power and dominion that further reveals the intricate tapestry of ancient Egyptian belief. Now, shifting our focus to another emblem of authority, we come to the was scepter, a striking symbol of power and dominion that held immense significance in ancient Egyptian culture. This staff-like object, often depicted with a straight shaft, a forked base, and an animal head, typically that of a canine or a jackal, represented control over chaos and the divine right to rule. The was scepter was not just a tool of governance but a sacred object that bridged the mortal and divine realms, embodying the strength and legitimacy of those who wielded it. The was scepter's design is both simple and profound. Its forked base is thought to symbolize the taming of wild forces, while the animal head at the top often represented a connection to deities like Anubis or Set, gods associated with protection and power. The straight shaft, meanwhile, signified order and stability, reinforcing the idea that the ruler's authority was unshakable and divinely ordained. This combination of elements made the scepter a potent visual representation of the pharaoh's ability to maintain balance and harmony within the kingdom. In the hands of gods and pharaohs alike, the scepter was a mark of supreme authority. Deities such as Ptah, the creator god, and Anubis, the guardian of the dead, were often depicted holding the scepter, emphasizing their roles as protectors and sustainers of cosmic order. For pharaohs, carrying the scepter was a way to assert their divine mandate, showcasing their role as intermediaries between the gods and the people. It was a symbol that transcended mere political power, representing the pharaoh's duty to uphold the principle of truth, justice, and universal balance. The scepter also played a key role in religious ceremonies and royal iconography. During rituals, it was used to channel divine energy, often being raised or presented as a gesture of blessing or protection. In art, it frequently appeared in scenes depicting the pharaoh's coronation, military victories, or interactions with the gods. These depictions reinforced the idea that the ruler's power was not just earthly but also divinely sanctioned, ensuring the prosperity and stability of the kingdom. What makes the scepter particularly intriguing is its dual nature. It was both a symbol of control and a tool for maintaining order. It reminds us that true power lies not in domination but in the ability to bring harmony and balance to the world. As we move forward in our exploration of hidden symbols, the scepter invites us to reflect on the responsibilities that come with authority and the enduring legacy of those who wield it wisely. Next, we'll uncover the Shen ring, a symbol of eternity and protection that further deepens our understanding of ancient Egyptian beliefs. Now, let's turn our attention to the Shen ring, a symbol that embodies the timeless concepts of eternity and protection in ancient Egyptian culture. This circular emblem, often depicted as a loop of rope with a knot at the base, carries profound meaning, representing the unending cycle of life and the divine safeguarding of the pharaoh's reign. Its simple yet elegant design makes it one of the most recognizable symbols in Egyptian art and iconography. The Shen ring's circular shape is no accident. It symbolizes infinity, with no beginning or end, reflecting the eternal nature of the universe and the divine order. This idea of endlessness was deeply tied to the pharaoh's role as a ruler ordained by the gods, ensuring that their authority and legacy would endure forever. The ring's design often enclosed the names of kings and queens within its loop, creating what is known as a cartouche. These cartouches were not just decorative but served as powerful amulets protecting the royal name and, by extension, the ruler's soul for eternity. Beyond its use in royal cartouches, the Shen ring appeared frequently in jewelry, temple carvings, and even everyday objects. It was a popular motif in amulets worn by both the living and the dead, believed to offer protection and ensure continuity in the afterlife. In temple art, the Shen ring was often depicted in the hands of deities like Horus and Isis, symbolizing their role as guardians of the pharaoh and the cosmic order. Its presence in these sacred spaces reinforced the idea that the gods were eternally watching over Egypt and its people. What makes the Shen ring particularly fascinating is its dual symbolism. On one hand, it represents the infinite nature of time and the divine, while on the other, it serves as a tangible reminder of protection and stability. This duality reflects the ancient Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds, where symbols like the Shen ring bridge the gap between the mortal and the divine. As we continue our journey through the hidden symbols of ancient Egypt, the Shen ring invites us to ponder the enduring power of eternity and the ways in which the ancients sought to preserve their legacy. Next, we'll explore the uraeus, a striking symbol of sovereignty and divine authority that further reveals the intricate layers of Egyptian belief and iconography. Now, shifting our focus to another powerful symbol, we encounter the uraeus, the rearing cobra that stands as a striking emblem of sovereignty and divine authority in ancient Egypt. This iconic image of a poised cobra ready to strike was more than just a decorative element. It was a potent symbol of protection, power, and the pharaoh's divine right to rule. The uraeus was prominently featured on the crowns and headdresses of kings and queens, serving as a constant reminder of their connection to the gods and their role as protectors of the land. The uraeus was closely associated with the goddess Wadjet, one of the oldest deities in the Egyptian pantheon. Wadjet, often depicted as a cobra or a woman with a cobra's head, was the protector of Lower Egypt and a guardian of the pharaoh. By wearing the uraeus, the ruler was symbolically aligning themselves with Wadjet's divine power, ensuring their authority was both recognized and protected. The cobra's raised hood, ready to strike, was believed to ward off enemies and evil forces, making it a powerful talisman of defense and vigilance. Beyond its protective role, the uraeus also represented the pharaoh's ability to maintain order and balance, a concept central to ancient Egyptian belief. Its presence on royal regalia was a visual declaration of the ruler's divine mandate, reinforcing their status as a mediator between the gods and the people. The uraeus was not just a symbol of earthly power, but also a connection to the celestial realm, embodying the idea that the pharaoh's authority was sanctioned by the gods themselves. The uraeus also played a significant role in funerary practices, appearing on the masks and sarcophagi of deceased rulers. This was meant to ensure their protection in the afterlife as they transitioned from mortal rulers to divine beings. The cobra's presence in tombs and temples further emphasized its role as a guardian, watching over both the living and the dead. What makes the uraeus particularly fascinating is its dual nature. It is both a symbol of protection and a representation of the pharaoh's divine authority. This duality reflects the ancient Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds, where symbols like the uraeus served as bridges between the two. As we move forward, we'll uncover the lotus flower, a symbol of creation and rebirth that further reveals the depth of Egyptian symbolism and its enduring legacy. Now let's turn our attention to the lotus flower, a symbol that embodies creation, rebirth, and the life-giving power of the sun in ancient Egyptian culture. Unlike the uraeus, which represented authority and protection, the lotus flower carried a more serene yet equally profound meaning. This delicate bloom, rising from the muddy waters of the Nile, was seen as a powerful metaphor for renewal and the eternal cycle of life. In Egyptian mythology, the lotus flower was closely tied to the sun god Ra. Each morning, the flower would emerge from the water and open its petals to greet the rising sun, symbolizing the daily rebirth of the sun and, by extension, the renewal of life itself. This daily ritual mirrored the ancient Egyptians' belief in the cyclical nature of existence, where death was not an end but a transition to a new beginning. The lotus flower, with its ability to rise from the murky depths and bloom anew, became a vivid representation of this idea. The lotus also played a significant role in art and architecture. It was a common motif in temple carvings, wall paintings, and even columns, where its elegant form added both beauty and symbolic depth to sacred spaces. In many depictions, gods and pharaohs are shown holding the lotus, emphasizing their divine connection and their role in maintaining cosmic order. The flower's presence in tombs and funerary art further underscored its association with rebirth, offering hope for the deceased's journey into the afterlife. The Nile River, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, was intrinsically linked to the lotus flower. The plant's natural habitat in the river's waters made it a fitting symbol of fertility and abundance. Just as the Nile's annual floods brought nourishment to the land, the lotus represented the promise of new life and prosperity. Its ability to thrive in both water and air also made it a symbol of balance, reflecting the harmony between the earthly and the divine. What makes the lotus flower particularly captivating is its dual symbolism. It represents both the physical and the spiritual. On one hand, it is a tangible reminder of the natural world's beauty and resilience. On the other, it serves as a metaphor for the soul's journey, rising from darkness into light, much like the sun each morning. This duality captures the essence of ancient Egyptian thought, where the material and the spiritual were deeply intertwined. As we continue our exploration, we'll uncover the feather of Maat, a symbol that delves into the concepts of truth, justice, and cosmic order, revealing yet another layer of Egypt's rich symbolic language. Now let's shift our focus to the feather of Maat, a symbol that stands at the very heart of ancient Egyptian beliefs about truth, justice, and the balance of the universe. Unlike the lotus flower, which represented renewal and rebirth, the feather of Maat embodies the principles of order and morality that governed both the earthly and divine realms. This simple yet profound symbol was central to one of the most iconic rituals in Egyptian mythology, the weighing of the heart ceremony. In the afterlife, the ancient Egyptians believed that every soul faced a moment of judgment before the gods. The deceased's heart, believed to hold the essence of their deeds and character, was placed on one side of a scale. On the other side rested the feather of Maat, representing truth, justice, and cosmic harmony. If the heart balanced with the feather, it meant the individual had lived a virtuous life, adhering to the principles of Maat. Such a soul was deemed worthy of entering the afterlife. However, if the heart was heavier, weighed down by wrongdoing, it would be devoured by the monstrous Ammit, condemning the soul to eternal oblivion. This vivid imagery underscores the importance of living a life aligned with Maat's ideals. The feather of Maat wasn't just a symbol of judgment, it was also a guide for daily life. Maat represented the fundamental order of the universe, encompassing concepts like fairness, honesty, and social harmony. To live in accordance with Maat meant contributing to the stability of the world, ensuring that chaos personified by the god Apep did not prevail. This idea of balance and justice permeated every aspect of Egyptian society, from the laws of the pharaohs to the moral conduct of ordinary citizens. In art and inscriptions, the feather of Maat appears frequently, often held by gods or depicted in scenes of the weighing ceremony. It is also found in tombs and on papyri, serving as a reminder of the deceased's hope for a favorable judgment. The feather's light, airy form contrasts with the weighty responsibility it represents, creating a powerful visual metaphor for the delicate balance between right and wrong. What makes the feather of Maat particularly fascinating is its dual role as both a spiritual and societal symbol. On one level, it was a divine emblem representing the gods' expectations for humanity. On another, it was a practical guide shaping the ethical framework of Egyptian culture. This duality reflects the interconnectedness of the spiritual and the everyday in ancient Egyptian thought. As we move forward, we'll explore the Barb bird, a symbol that takes us deeper into the mysteries of the soul and its journey beyond death, revealing yet another layer of Egypt's intricate symbolic language. Now, let's take flight into the realm of the Barb bird, a symbol that offers a fascinating glimpse into the ancient Egyptian understanding of the soul and its journey beyond death. Unlike the feather of Maat, which represented judgment and balance, the Barb bird embodies the soul's freedom and its ability to move between worlds. This unique symbol is often depicted as a human-headed bird, a striking image that captures the duality of human and divine existence. The Barb bird was believed to be one of the many aspects of the soul, specifically representing the individual's personality and unique essence. While the physical body remained in the tomb after death, the Ba was thought to take flight, traveling between the earthly realm and the afterlife. This ability to move freely was crucial, as it allowed the deceased to reunite with their body each night, ensuring their continued existence in the afterlife. The Ba bird's depiction as a bird with a human head emphasizes this connection between the mortal and the eternal, blending the familiar with the otherworldly. In funerary texts such as the Book of the Dead, the Ba bird plays a significant role. These texts often describe the soul's journey through the afterlife, and the Ba is portrayed as an active participant in this process. It was believed that the Ba could visit loved ones, interact with the gods, and even return to the tomb to partake in offerings left by the living. This dynamic role highlights the ancient Egyptians' belief in an afterlife that was not static but filled with movement and purpose. The Ba bird also reflects the Egyptians' deep connection to nature and their understanding of the soul's relationship with the cosmos. Birds, with their ability to soar through the skies, were seen as natural symbols of transcendence and freedom. By combining this imagery with a human head, the Ba bird becomes a powerful representation of the soul's journey, rooted in human identity yet capable of reaching divine heights. In tombs and funerary art, the Ba bird is often shown hovering near the deceased or perched on the tomb's entrance, symbolizing the soul's ongoing presence and its ability to move between worlds. This imagery served as a comforting reminder to the living that their loved ones were not truly gone but continued to exist in a different form. The Ba bird's presence in these spaces underscores the Egyptians' belief in the continuity of life and the enduring nature of the soul. As we continue our exploration, we'll turn our attention to the crook and flail, symbols that take us into the world of kingship and divine authority, revealing yet another layer of Egypt's rich symbolic tapestry. Now, let's step into the world of power and divine authority with the crook and flail, two of ancient Egypt's most iconic symbols of kingship. These objects, often seen clasped in the hands of pharaohs, were not just tools of leadership but profound emblems of their connection to the gods and their role as rulers of both the earthly and divine realms. The crook, resembling a shepherd's staff, symbolized the pharaoh's duty to guide and protect his people, much like a shepherd tends to his flock. It represented care, nurturing, and the responsibility of leadership. The flail, on the other hand, with its striking appearance of a rod with dangling strands, was a symbol of authority and the pharaoh's power to maintain order and justice. Together, these two objects embodied the dual aspects of rulership, compassion and strength, guidance and discipline. The crook and flail were deeply tied to the god Osiris, the ruler of the afterlife and a symbol of resurrection and eternal kingship. Osiris was often depicted holding these objects, and by adopting them, pharaohs were seen as his earthly representatives, carrying on his divine legacy. This connection reinforced the idea that the pharaoh's authority was not just political but also spiritual, linking their rule to the cosmic order upheld by the gods. In royal regalia, the crook and flail were prominently displayed during ceremonies and in depictions of the pharaoh. They were often crossed over the chest in statues and reliefs, signifying the ruler's balance of power and responsibility. These symbols were also placed in tombs, ensuring that the pharaoh's authority would continue in the afterlife, just as Osiris ruled over the realm of the dead. The enduring presence of the crook and flail in Egyptian art and culture highlights their significance as timeless symbols of leadership. They remind us that the pharaohs were not just rulers but guardians of their people, tasked with maintaining harmony between the human and divine worlds. As we move forward, we'll uncover the Tayet knot, a symbol that weaves together themes of protection and resurrection, adding yet another layer to Egypt's intricate symbolic language. Now, let's unravel the mysteries of the Tayet knot, a symbol that holds a special place in the tapestry of ancient Egyptian iconography. Often referred to as the Knot of Isis, this powerful emblem bears a striking resemblance to the Ankh, the symbol of life, but with its arms folded downward. The Tayet knot was deeply associated with protection, resurrection, and the eternal cycle of life and death, making it a vital part of both religious and funerary practices. The Tayet knot's connection to the goddess Isis is particularly significant. Isis, one of the most revered deities in ancient Egypt, was known as the mother of Horus and the wife of Osiris. She was a symbol of magic, healing, and protection, and the Tayet knot became one of her most recognizable symbols, It was believed to carry her divine power, offering protection to the living and the dead alike. In many depictions, Isis is shown holding the Tayyat knot, often alongside the Ankh and the Jed pillar, reinforcing its role as a guardian of life and stability. This symbol was commonly used in amulets, which were worn by the living for protection and placed with the deceased to ensure safe passage into the afterlife. The Tayyat knot amulet was often made from red jasper or carnelian, materials believed to have protective properties. Its presence in tombs and burial sites underscores its importance in funerary rituals, where it was thought to safeguard the soul and aid in its resurrection, much like the goddess Isis herself. The Tayyat knot's design, with its looped top and folded arms, is thought to represent the folds of a cloth or the knot of a girdle, symbolizing the binding and uniting of life's forces. Its resemblance to the Ankh further emphasizes its connection to life and eternity, while its unique form sets it apart as a symbol of divine protection and renewal. Together, these elements make the Tayyat knot a profound representation of the interconnectedness of life, death, and rebirth in ancient Egyptian belief. As we continue our journey through the hidden symbols of Egypt, we'll next explore the Eight of Crown, a regal emblem that embodies divine kingship and the sacred authority of the gods. This crown, worn by both pharaohs and deities, offers yet another glimpse into the rich symbolism that defined ancient Egyptian culture. Now, let's turn our attention to the Eight of Crown, a majestic symbol that embodies the divine authority of kingship in ancient Egypt. This crown, with its distinctive design, was not just a piece of royal regalia but a powerful emblem of the pharaoh's connection to the gods, particularly Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. The Eight of Crown is instantly recognizable by its tall, central structure, flanked by two ostrich feathers and often adorned with a solar disk and ram's horns. These elements combine to create a striking visual representation of divine power and eternal rule. The Eight of Crowns' association with Osiris is central to its meaning. Osiris, as the ruler of the underworld and the judge of the dead, was a symbol of resurrection and eternal life. By wearing the Eight of Crown, the pharaoh was seen as embodying the divine qualities of Osiris, reinforcing their role as both a mortal ruler and a divine intermediary. This connection was especially significant during religious ceremonies and rituals, where the pharaoh would don the crown to invoke the protection and blessings of the gods. The Eight of Crown thus served as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a tangible reminder of the pharaoh's sacred duty to maintain order and harmony in the kingdom. In addition to its religious significance, the Eight of Crown also played a key role in royal iconography. It frequently appears in temple reliefs, statues, and tomb paintings, often depicted on the heads of both pharaohs and deities. These depictions highlight the crown's dual role as a symbol of both earthly authority and divine favor. The ostrich feathers, for example, were believed to represent truth and justice, while the solar disk symbolized the sun god Ra's life-giving power. Together, these elements conveyed the pharaoh's role as a protector of the people and a custodian of cosmic balance. The Eight of Crowns' use extended beyond the pharaoh's lifetime. In funerary contexts, it was often included in tomb decorations and burial goods, symbolizing the deceased ruler's continued divine status in the afterlife. This practice underscores the ancient Egyptians' belief in the eternal nature of kingship and the enduring power of the gods. The Eight of Crown, with its rich symbolism and intricate design, remains one of the most evocative symbols of ancient Egypt's spiritual and political life. As we move forward, our exploration of hidden symbols takes us to the Bennu bird, a creature of myth and legend that represents rebirth and the eternal cycle of the sun. This fascinating symbol offers yet another layer of insight into the ancient Egyptians' profound understanding of life, death, and renewal. Now, let's take flight into the world of the Bennu bird, a symbol that soars through the myths and legends of ancient Egypt as a powerful representation of rebirth and the eternal cycle of the sun. Often compared to the phoenix of later mythologies, the Bennu bird was believed to rise from its own ashes, embodying the idea of renewal and the endless cycle of life, death, and resurrection. This majestic creature was deeply intertwined with the sun god Ra, serving as a living symbol of the sun's daily journey across the sky and its nightly rebirth at dawn. The origins of the Bennu bird are rooted in the ancient Egyptian creation story. According to myth, the Bennu was the first living being to emerge from the primordial waters of chaos known as Nun. Perching on a sacred mound or stone, it let out a cry that shattered the silence of creation, marking the beginning of time and the birth of the world. This act positioned the Bennu bird as a central figure in the cosmology of ancient Egypt, symbolizing the spark of life and the divine order that followed. Its cry was said to set the rhythm of the universe, echoing the cycles of the sun and the seasons. In art and literature, the Bennu bird is often depicted as a heron-like creature with long, elegant feathers, sometimes crowned with a solar disk or adorned with the Eight of Crown, linking it to the divine authority of the gods. Its imagery frequently appears in temple carvings, tomb paintings, and funerary texts, where it serves as a guide and protector for the deceased on their journey to the afterlife. The Bennu's association with the sun and resurrection made it a natural symbol of hope and renewal, offering comfort to the living and the dead alike. The Bennu bird's connection to the sun god Ra further deepens its significance. Just as the Bennu was said to rise anew each day, so too did Ra travel across the sky, bringing light and life to the world before descending into the underworld at night. This parallel reinforced the Bennu's role as a symbol of eternal life and the unending cycle of creation. In some texts, the Bennu is even described as the soul of Ra, emphasizing its divine nature and its role as a bridge between the mortal and the immortal. As we continue our journey through the hidden symbols of ancient Egypt, the Bennu bird reminds us of the enduring power of renewal and the timeless connection between life, death, and the cosmos. Next, we'll explore the Menat necklace, a symbol of fertility and protection that played a vital role in the rituals and beliefs of ancient Egyptian culture. Moving from the celestial symbolism of the Bennu bird, we now turn our attention to a more earthly yet equally profound symbol, the Menat necklace. This intricate piece of jewelry was far more than an adornment in ancient Egypt. It was a powerful emblem of fertility, protection, and divine favor. Often associated with the goddess Hathor, the Menat necklace played a significant role in both religious rituals and daily life, serving as a bridge between the mortal and the divine. The Menat necklace was typically composed of a heavy counterpoise, often shaped like a crescent or a keyhole, attached to a string of beads. This design was not merely decorative, it held deep symbolic meaning. The counterpoise was believed to represent the womb, emphasizing the necklace's connection to fertility and the life-giving forces of nature. The beads, on the other hand, were thought to produce a soothing sound when shaken, a sound that was said to invoke the presence and blessings of the gods. Central to the Menat necklace's significance was its association with Hathor, the goddess of love, beauty, music, and motherhood. Hathor was revered as a nurturing and protective deity, and the Menat necklace became one of her most sacred symbols. During rituals dedicated to Hathor, priestesses would shake the necklace, creating a rhythmic sound believed to channel the goddess's energy and bring about her favor. This act was thought to ensure fertility, protect against evil, and promote harmony and joy. The Menat necklace also held a prominent place in temple art and statues. It was often depicted being offered to the gods or worn by Hathor herself, reinforcing its sacred status. In some temple reliefs, the necklace is shown being presented to pharaohs, symbolizing their divine right to rule and their connection to the gods. This imagery highlights the Menat's role not just as a personal talisman, but as a symbol of royal authority and divine protection. Beyond its religious and ceremonial uses, the Menat necklace was also a popular amulet among the general population. Women, in particular, wore it to invoke Hathor's blessings for fertility and safe childbirth. Its presence in tombs further underscores its protective qualities, as it was believed to safeguard the deceased in the afterlife. The Menat necklace, with its dual roles of nurturing and shielding, encapsulates the ancient Egyptian belief in the interconnectedness of life, death, and the divine. As we delve deeper into the hidden symbols of ancient Egypt, the Menat necklace stands as a testament to the enduring power of faith and the human desire for protection and renewal. Next, we'll uncover the meaning behind the Sematoi, a symbol that unites the two lands of Egypt and embodies the harmony of the cosmos. Now, let's journey into the heart of ancient Egypt's unity with the Sematoi, a symbol that embodies the harmonious union of Upper and Lower Egypt. This powerful emblem, often depicted as intertwined lotus and papyrus plants, represents not just the physical joining of the two lands, but also the balance and stability that came with their unification. The lotus, symbolizing Upper Egypt, and the papyrus, representing Lower Egypt, are shown bound together, their stems elegantly knotted around the hieroglyph for union. This imagery speaks volumes about the ancient Egyptians' vision of a cohesive and prosperous nation. The Sematoi's political significance cannot be overstated. It served as a visual reminder of the pharaoh's role as the unifier of the two lands, a title that carried immense weight in Egyptian society. The pharaoh was seen as the living embodiment of this unity, tasked with maintaining the balance between the fertile Nile Delta and the arid southern regions. The Sematoi symbol reinforced this divine responsibility, appearing prominently in royal art, temple reliefs, and even on the thrones of kings. It was a constant affirmation of the pharaoh's authority and the stability of the kingdom under their rule. In royal art, the Sematoi often appears alongside gods and goddesses, further emphasizing its sacred nature. For instance, it is frequently depicted being presented to the pharaoh by deities such as Horus and Seth, symbolizing their approval of the ruler's divine mandate. This imagery not only elevated the pharaoh's status but also reinforced the idea that the unification of Egypt was a divine act, blessed by the gods themselves. The Sematoi's presence in such contexts highlights its role as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, much like the Menat necklace we explored earlier. Beyond its political and religious significance, the Sematoi also carried a deeper philosophical meaning. It represented the duality of life, the balance between opposites such as order and chaos, life and death, and the fertile and the barren. This concept of duality was central to ancient Egyptian thought, and the Sematoi served as a visual expression of this belief. It reminded the people that harmony could only be achieved through the union of contrasting forces, a lesson that resonated deeply in their daily lives and spiritual practices. As we reflect on the Sematoi, it becomes clear that this symbol was far more than a political emblem. It was a profound statement about unity, balance, and the interconnectedness of all things. Next, we'll explore the hieroglyph, a symbol of eternity and infinity, and uncover how it shaped the ancient Egyptians' understanding of time and the cosmos. Now, let's turn our attention to the hieroglyph, a fascinating symbol that embodies the concepts of eternity and infinity in ancient Egyptian culture. This hieroglyph is often depicted as a kneeling figure, sometimes holding palm ribs in each hand, which were symbols of long life and time. The image of the hieroglyph is both simple and profound, capturing the ancient Egyptians' deep reverence for the endless nature of existence. The hieroglyph was more than just a representation of time. It was a powerful emblem of the infinite. In royal titles, it was frequently used to express the idea of eternal rule, emphasizing the pharaoh's divine right to govern for all time. For example, it often appeared in phrases like "given life, stability, and dominion forever," reinforcing the belief that the pharaoh's authority was not bound by the limits of mortal life but extended into the eternal realm. This connection to royalty highlights how the hair hieroglyph was intertwined with the divine nature of kingship in ancient Egypt. In temple inscriptions, the hair hieroglyph served as a reminder of the god's eternal presence and the cyclical nature of the cosmos. It was commonly found in contexts that celebrated the unending cycles of the sun, the seasons, and the afterlife. For instance, it might appear alongside depictions of the sun god Ra, symbolizing his daily journey across the sky and his nightly rebirth in the underworld. This association with Ra underscores the hair hieroglyph's role in expressing the timeless rhythms of the universe, a theme that resonated deeply in Egyptian spirituality. The kneeling figure in the hair hieroglyph also carries a sense of humility and reverence, suggesting that even the concept of infinity was something to be approached with respect. This duality of infinite power and humble submission reflects the ancient Egyptians' complex understanding of time and existence. They saw eternity not as a distant, abstract idea, but as a living force that permeated every aspect of their world, from the cycles of nature to the divine authority of their rulers. As we explore the hair hieroglyph, it becomes clear that this symbol was a profound expression of the ancient Egyptians' worldview. It encapsulated their belief in the eternal nature of the cosmos, the divine, and the human spirit. Next, we'll uncover the Seba star, a symbol of the stars and the afterlife, and discover how it guided the ancient Egyptians in their journey beyond this world. Moving forward, let's turn our gaze upward to the night sky, where the Seba star shines as a symbol of the stars and the afterlife in ancient Egyptian culture. This celestial hieroglyph, often depicted as a five-pointed star, held profound significance for the Egyptians, who saw the stars not just as distant lights but as guides for the soul's journey beyond death. The Seba star was a beacon of hope, a reminder that life did not end with the physical body but continued in the eternal realm of the heavens. In funerary art, the Seba star frequently adorned the walls of tombs and sarcophagi, serving as a map for the deceased's journey to the afterlife. The Egyptians believed that the stars were the souls of the blessed dead, shining eternally in the night sky. By including the Seba star in burial sites, they sought to ensure that the deceased would join this celestial assembly, finding peace and immortality among the stars. This practice reflects the Egyptians' deep connection to the cosmos and their belief in a harmonious relationship between the earthly and the divine. The Seba star's connection to the night sky also highlights its role in navigation, both literal and spiritual. Just as sailors used the stars to guide their ships, the ancient Egyptians believed that the Seba star could guide the soul through the perilous journey of the afterlife. This journey was fraught with challenges, from crossing the dark waters of the underworld to facing judgment before the gods. The Seba star, with its radiant light, symbolized divine protection and the promise of a safe passage to the eternal realm. Interestingly, the Seba star was not just a symbol of the afterlife, but also a representation of the gods themselves. Some interpretations suggest that the 5 points of the star corresponded to the 5 elements of creation: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, embodying the balance and unity of the universe. This multifaceted symbolism underscores the Seba star's importance in both religious and cosmological contexts, bridging the gap between the mortal world and the divine. As we reflect on the Seba star, it becomes clear that this symbol was more than just a decorative element. It was a profound expression of the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about life, death, and the cosmos. It reminds us that for them, the stars were not distant and unreachable but intimately connected to their spiritual journey. Next, we'll explore the Ankh hieroglyph, a symbol of the horizon and the cycle of the sun, and uncover its role in the eternal rhythms of Egyptian spirituality. Now, let's shift our focus to the horizon, where the sun rises and sets in an eternal cycle of renewal. The Ankh hieroglyph, one of the most evocative symbols in ancient Egyptian culture, captures this profound connection between the sun, the horizon, and the concept of rebirth. Depicted as the sun rising between two mountains, the Ankh hieroglyph symbolizes the boundary between the earthly realm and the divine, a place where life, death, and renewal intersect. The Ankh hieroglyph's imagery is deeply tied to the daily journey of the sun god Ra. Each morning, Ra was believed to emerge from the eastern horizon, bringing light and life to the world. This daily rebirth of the sun mirrored the Egyptians' belief in the cyclical nature of existence. Death was not an end but a transition to a new beginning. The Ankh hieroglyph, with its depiction of the sun rising between two peaks, encapsulated this idea of eternal renewal, serving as a powerful reminder of the sun's life-giving power and its role in the cosmic order. In temple architecture, the Ankh hieroglyph was often incorporated into designs to emphasize the sacred connection between the divine and the mortal world. Temples were seen as earthly representations of the horizon, where the gods could descend and interact with humanity. By including the Ankh hieroglyph in their structures, the Egyptians reinforced the idea that their temples were not just places of worship but gateways to the divine. The symbol's presence in these sacred spaces underscored the belief that the god's power was accessible to those who sought it, bridging the gap between heaven and earth. The Ankh hieroglyph also played a significant role in funerary practices, where it symbolized the deceased's journey to the afterlife. Just as the sun rose each day, the soul was believed to rise again in the afterlife, achieving eternal life through the grace of the gods. This connection to rebirth made the Ankh hieroglyph a common feature in tombs and burial chambers, where it served as a hopeful reminder of the soul's ultimate destination, a place of light, peace, and renewal. Beyond its spiritual significance, the Ankh hieroglyph also reflected the Egyptians' deep understanding of their natural environment. The two mountains in the symbol are thought to represent the eastern and western horizons, framing the sun's daily journey across the sky. This imagery highlights the Egyptians' reverence for the natural world and their ability to find profound meaning in the cycles of nature. As we explore the Ankh hieroglyph, it becomes clear that this symbol was far more than a simple representation of the horizon. It was a powerful expression of the Egyptians' beliefs about life, death, and the eternal cycles that govern the universe. Next, we'll uncover the Neb basket, a symbol of lordship and dominion, and explore its role in the political and spiritual landscape of ancient Egypt. Now, let's turn our attention to the Neb basket, a symbol that speaks to the very essence of power and authority in ancient Egypt. This intriguing hieroglyph, shaped like a basket with a handle, was more than just a utilitarian object. It was a profound representation of lordship and dominion, deeply embedded in the political and spiritual fabric of Egyptian society. The Neb basket was prominently used in royal titles, where it signified the pharaoh's divine right to rule. In the ancient Egyptian language, the word Neb translates to lord or master, and this symbol was often paired with the names of kings and gods to emphasize their supreme authority. For example, the title Nebti, meaning two ladies, referred to the protective goddesses of Upper and Lower Egypt and was a key part of the pharaoh's royal titulary. By incorporating the Neb basket into these titles, the Egyptians reinforced the idea that their rulers were not just earthly leaders but divine beings chosen to maintain order and balance in the world. Beyond its use in titles, the Neb basket also held a symbolic connection to the concept of rulership itself. The basket's shape, with its sturdy base and open top, was seen as a metaphor for the pharaoh's role as a provider and protector. Just as a basket holds and carries essential items, the pharaoh was believed to carry the weight of the kingdom, ensuring prosperity and stability for all. This imagery highlighted the ruler's responsibility to nurture and safeguard their people, a duty that was both sacred and central to their identity. Inscriptions and artifacts from ancient Egypt frequently feature the Neb basket, often alongside other symbols of power and divinity. It appears in temple carvings, royal decrees, and even on ceremonial objects, serving as a visual reminder of the pharaoh's authority. One notable example is its presence in the cartouches that enclosed the names of kings, where it underscored their divine legitimacy and eternal legacy. The neb basket's recurring appearance in these contexts demonstrates its importance as a symbol of not just political power, but also spiritual significance. The neb basket's enduring presence in Egyptian art and writing reveals the deep connection between rulership and the divine in ancient Egyptian culture. It wasn't just a symbol of earthly authority, it was a testament to the belief that the pharaoh's power was a reflection of the god's will, a sacred trust that bound the ruler to both the people and the cosmos. As we move forward, we'll explore the Deseret crown, a symbol that represents the land of Lower Egypt and its rich cultural heritage. This crown, with its distinctive red color, offers another fascinating glimpse into the symbols that shaped ancient Egyptian identity. Now, let's shift our focus to the Deseret crown, a striking symbol that embodies the identity and spirit of Lower Egypt. Known for its vibrant red color, this crown was more than just a piece of royal regalia. It was a powerful emblem of the fertile lands of the Nile Delta and the authority of the pharaohs who ruled over them. The Deseret crown's bold hue wasn't just visually striking, it carried deep symbolic meaning, representing the life-giving power of the land and the blood of the gods. The red color of the Deseret crown was closely tied to the god Seth, a complex deity associated with chaos, strength, and the desert. While Seth was often seen as a disruptive force, he was also revered as a protector of Lower Egypt and a symbol of its resilience. The crown's connection to Seth highlighted the dual nature of power, both destructive and protective, and underscored the pharaoh's role in maintaining balance between order and chaos. By wearing the Deseret crown, the ruler was seen as embodying Seth's strength and authority, ensuring the stability and prosperity of Lower Egypt. In royal iconography, the Deseret crown was a prominent feature, often depicted in statues, reliefs, and ceremonial objects. It was worn by pharaohs during important rituals and events, symbolizing their dominion over the northern lands of Egypt. The crown's design, with its tall, cylindrical shape and distinctive color, made it instantly recognizable and a powerful visual statement of the ruler's connection to the divine and the earthly realms. It wasn't just a symbol of political power, it was a reminder of the pharaoh's sacred duty to protect and nurture the people of Lower Egypt. The Deseret crown also played a key role in the unification of Egypt, representing one half of the dual monarchy that brought Upper and Lower Egypt together. When paired with the Hedjet crown of Upper Egypt, it formed the Pi-Shent crown, a symbol of the unified kingdom. This merging of the two crowns reflected the pharaoh's role as the unifier of the two lands, a central theme in Egyptian mythology and governance. The Deseret crown, with its rich symbolism and historical significance, remains a testament to the enduring legacy of Lower Egypt and its contributions to the cultural and political landscape of ancient Egypt. As we continue our journey through the hidden symbols of hieroglyphs, we'll next explore the Hedjet crown, the white crown of Upper Egypt, and its role in shaping the identity of the southern land. This crown, with its own unique symbolism, offers another fascinating glimpse into the world of ancient Egyptian power and spirituality. Now, let's turn our attention to the Hedjet crown, the iconic white crown that symbolized the power and identity of Upper Egypt. Unlike the bold red of the Deseret crown, the Hedjet crown's pristine white color represented purity, divinity, and the luminous connection to the heavens. This crown was more than just a symbol of authority. It was a visual representation of the spiritual and cultural essence of the southern lands of Egypt. The white color of the Hedjet crown was deeply tied to the god Horus, one of the most revered deities in ancient Egyptian mythology. Horus, often depicted as a falcon or a falcon-headed man, was the god of the sky, kingship, and protection. The crown's association with Horus emphasized the pharaoh's divine right to rule and their role as the earthly embodiment of the god. By wearing the Hedjat crown, the ruler was seen as a protector of Upper Egypt, a guardian of its people, and a mediator between the gods and humanity. In royal regalia, the Hedjat crown was a striking and unmistakable symbol. Its tall, conical shape and pure white color made it a powerful visual statement, often depicted in statues, temple reliefs, and ceremonial objects. The crown was worn by pharaohs during significant rituals and events, symbolizing their dominion over the southern lands and their connection to the divine. It wasn't just a marker of political power. It was a reminder of the pharaoh's sacred duty to uphold Maat, the cosmic order, and to ensure the prosperity and stability of Upper Egypt. The Hedjat crown also played a crucial role in the unification of Egypt. When paired with the Deseret crown of Lower Egypt, it formed the Pshent crown, a symbol of the unified kingdom. This merging of the two crowns reflected the pharaoh's role as the unifier of the two lands, a central theme in Egyptian mythology and governance. The Hedjat crown, with its rich symbolism and historical significance, stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Upper Egypt and its contributions to the cultural and political landscape of ancient Egypt. As we move forward, we'll next explore the Pshent crown, the combined symbol of Upper and Lower Egypt, and its profound significance in the unification of the two lands. This crown, with its dual symbolism, offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of ancient Egyptian power and spirituality. Now, let's step into the world of the Pshent crown, a powerful emblem of unity and divine authority in ancient Egypt. This crown, also known as the double crown, was a masterful fusion of the Hedjat crown of Upper Egypt and the Deseret crown of Lower Egypt. Its creation symbolized the unification of the two lands, a pivotal moment in Egyptian history that brought together the distinct cultures, traditions, and spiritual beliefs of the North and South. The Pshent crown's design was both striking and symbolic. It combined the tall, conical white Hedjat crown with the flat, red Deseret crown, creating a visual representation of harmony and balance. The white and red colors were not just decorative, they carried deep meaning. White represented the purity and divinity of Upper Egypt, while red embodied the fertile, life-giving energy of Lower Egypt. Together, they reflected the pharaoh's role as the unifier of the two lands, a ruler who bridged the gap between heaven and earth, north and south. Politically, the Pshent crown was a statement of absolute power. When a pharaoh wore this crown, they were declaring their authority over all of Egypt, from the Nile Delta in the north to the southern reaches of Nubia. It was a reminder to the people that their ruler was not just a king but a divine figure, chosen by the gods to maintain order and prosperity. The crown's dual nature also emphasized the pharaoh's responsibility to uphold Maat, the cosmic balance that ensured the stability of the kingdom. In ceremonies and royal iconography, the Pshent crown was a central symbol. It appeared in temple reliefs, statues, and inscriptions, often depicted on the heads of gods and pharaohs alike. The crown was worn during coronations, religious festivals, and other significant events, reinforcing the ruler's connection to the divine and their role as the protector of Egypt. Its presence in art and architecture served as a constant reminder of the unity and strength of the kingdom. The Pshent crown's significance extended beyond its physical form. It was a living symbol of Egypt's identity, a testament to the enduring legacy of its unification. By wearing this crown, the pharaoh embodied the ideals of harmony, balance, and divine authority, ensuring that the two lands remained united under their rule. The Pshent crown stands as one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, a powerful reminder of the kingdom's rich history and cultural achievements. As we continue our journey, we'll next explore the Keka frieze, a symbol of celebration and decoration that adorned the temples and tombs of ancient Egypt. This intricate design offers a fascinating glimpse into the artistic and spiritual traditions of this remarkable civilization. Now, let's turn our attention to the Keka frieze, a vibrant symbol of celebration and artistic expression in ancient Egypt. This intricate design, often seen adorning the walls of temples and tombs, was more than just decoration. It was a visual celebration of life, spirituality, and the grandeur of Egyptian culture. The Keka frieze, with its distinctive repeating pattern, served as a testament to the Egyptians' love for beauty and their deep connection to the divine. The Keka frieze was characterized by its unique motif, resembling a series of stylized loops or knots arranged in a continuous, rhythmic pattern. These loops were often painted in bright, contrasting colors, creating a striking visual effect that drew the eye and added a sense of movement to the walls they decorated. This design wasn't just aesthetically pleasing. It carried symbolic weight, representing the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth, a central theme in Egyptian belief. In temple architecture, the Keka frieze was a common feature, often found along the upper walls or ceilings. Its presence in these sacred spaces was a reminder of the gods' eternal presence and the pharaoh's role as their earthly representative. The frieze repetitive pattern symbolized the unending nature of divine power and the cyclical rhythms of the cosmos. It was a way for the Egyptians to visually connect the earthly realm with the divine, creating a sense of harmony and order within the temple walls. Tombs, too, were adorned with the Keka frieze, where it served a dual purpose. On one hand, it celebrated the life of the deceased, honoring their journey into the afterlife. On the other, it provided protection and guidance, ensuring the deceased's safe passage through the underworld. The frieze connection to festivals and celebrations was also significant. During religious ceremonies and public festivities, the Keka frieze would have been a prominent feature, its vibrant patterns reflecting the joy and reverence of the occasion. In art, the Keka frieze was a versatile symbol, appearing in everything from grand temple reliefs to delicate jewelry. Its use in various mediums highlights its importance in Egyptian culture, not just as a decorative element but as a meaningful expression of their worldview. The frieze presence in art also underscores the Egyptians' mastery of design and their ability to infuse even the smallest details with profound symbolism. The Keka frieze stands as a testament to the Egyptians' artistic ingenuity and their deep spiritual beliefs. It reminds us that for the ancient Egyptians, beauty and meaning were inseparable, and that even the most decorative elements carried layers of significance. As we move forward, we'll explore the Sa symbol, a powerful emblem of protection that played a crucial role in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. This next symbol offers yet another fascinating glimpse into the rich tapestry of their culture and beliefs. Now, shifting our focus to another fascinating symbol, we encounter the Sa symbol, a powerful emblem of protection in ancient Egyptian culture. This unique symbol, shaped like a looped cord or knot, was more than just an artistic design. It was a talisman of safety and security, deeply embedded in the daily lives and spiritual practices of the ancient Egyptians. The Sa symbol's distinctive looped shape was believed to represent a protective barrier, shielding its wearer from harm and evil forces. This simple yet profound design was often incorporated into amulets, small charms worn by individuals to invoke divine protection. These amulets were crafted from various materials including gold, faience, and semi-precious stones, and were worn by both the living and the deceased. For the living, the Sa symbol offered a sense of safety in a world filled with uncertainties, while for the dead, it ensured protection on their journey through the afterlife. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Sa symbol is its connection to the goddess Taweret, the fierce protector of women and children. Taweret, often depicted as a hippopotamus with the limbs of a lion and the tail of a crocodile, was a guardian deity associated with childbirth and fertility. The Sa symbol, when linked to Taweret, took on an even greater significance, symbolizing her watchful presence and her ability to ward off malevolent spirits. Amulets bearing the Sa symbol were frequently placed in the homes of expectant mothers or buried with the dead, serving as a powerful reminder of Taweret's protective embrace. The use of the Sa symbol extended beyond personal adornment. It appeared in various forms of art and architecture, from temple reliefs to household items, reinforcing its role as a universal symbol of safety. Its presence in these contexts highlights the Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds, where symbols like the Sa served as bridges between the two. As we reflect on the Sa symbol, we're reminded of the ancient Egyptians' profound understanding of the need for protection, both in life and beyond. This symbol, with its elegant simplicity and deep meaning, offers us a glimpse into their world, a world where every object, every design carried a purpose far beyond its appearance. Next, we'll explore the Ankh lions, twin guardians of the horizon, whose role in Egyptian mythology adds yet another layer of intrigue to this rich tapestry of symbols. Now, let's turn our attention to the Ankh lions, a striking symbol of the horizon and guardianship in ancient Egyptian mythology. These twin lions, often depicted back-to-back, represent the boundaries of the earthly realm and the passage between day and night. Their presence in Egyptian art and texts underscores their importance as protectors of the sun god's journey and guardians of the underworld. The Ankh lions are typically shown as two lions sitting side by side, facing opposite directions. This unique depiction symbolizes the eastern and western horizons, the points where the sun rises and sets. Together, they form a protective gateway, ensuring the sun god Ra's safe passage through the underworld each night and his triumphant rebirth at dawn. This cyclical journey of the sun was central to Egyptian cosmology, and the Ankh lions played a vital role in maintaining the balance of this cosmic order. In addition to their connection to the sun god, the Ankh lions were also seen as guardians of the underworld. They were believed to protect the deceased as they navigated the perilous journey through the afterlife, ensuring their safe passage to the realm of Osiris. This dual role, protecting both the living sun and the dead, highlights the Ankh lions' significance as symbols of continuity and stability in a world where life and death were deeply intertwined. The imagery of the Ankh lions often appears in funerary art, particularly in tombs and burial chambers. Their presence served as a reminder of the protective forces that watched over the deceased, offering comfort to the living and hope for the dead. The lions' fierce yet benevolent nature made them a powerful emblem of strength and guardianship, embodying the Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds. As we consider the Ankh lions, we're reminded of the ancient Egyptians' profound respect for the natural cycles of life and death. These twin guardians, with their timeless vigilance, offer us a glimpse into a worldview where every transition, whether the rising of the sun or the journey of the soul, was safeguarded by divine forces. Next, we'll uncover the Emblem fetish, a mysterious symbol tied to funerary rituals and the god Anubis, adding yet another layer of depth to our exploration of Egyptian hieroglyphs. Moving deeper into the realm of ancient Egyptian symbolism, we now encounter the Emblem fetish, a mysterious and intriguing emblem tied to funerary rituals and the afterlife. This symbol, often depicted as a stuffed animal skin mounted on a pole, carries a profound connection to Anubis, the jackal-headed god of mummification and the dead. Its unusual appearance and sacred purpose make it one of the most enigmatic symbols in Egyptian iconography. The Emblem fetish is thought to represent the skin of a feline or bull, carefully preserved and mounted as a ritual object. Its exact origins remain shrouded in mystery, but its association with Anubis suggests it played a significant role in funerary practices. Anubis, as the guardian of the dead and overseer of embalming, was deeply revered for ensuring the safe passage of souls into the afterlife. The Emblem fetish, often placed near tombs or burial sites, symbolized his protective presence and the sanctity of the burial process. This symbol's use in funerary rituals highlights its role as a powerful talisman for the deceased. It was believed to ward off evil spirits and provide a safe environment for the soul's journey. The Emblem fetish also served as a reminder of the transformative power of death, echoing the Egyptians' belief in resurrection and eternal life. Its presence in tombs and burial chambers reinforced the idea that death was not an end but a transition to a new existence. The Amurt fetish's connection to Anubis further underscores its importance. As the god who guided souls through the afterlife, Anubis was often depicted alongside this symbol, emphasizing its role in ensuring the deceased's safe passage. The fetish's animal skin appearance may also symbolize the shedding of earthly life, much like an animal sheds its skin, representing renewal and rebirth. As we explore the Amurt fetish, we gain a deeper understanding of the ancient Egyptians' reverence for the afterlife and their meticulous attention to funerary practices. This symbol, with its ties to Anubis and its protective qualities, offers a fascinating glimpse into the spiritual beliefs that shaped one of history's most enduring civilizations. Next, we'll turn our attention to the sistrum, a symbol of music and worship that played a vital role in religious ceremonies and the veneration of the gods. Now let's shift our focus to the sistrum, a captivating symbol of music and worship that resonated deeply within the spiritual life of ancient Egypt. This unique instrument, often shaped like a looped frame with metal rods and small discs, produced a rhythmic, jingling sound when shaken. Far more than just a musical tool, the sistrum held sacred significance, particularly in ceremonies dedicated to the goddess Hathor, the deity of music, joy, and love. The sistrum's role in religious rituals was profound. It was believed that its sound could invoke divine presence, driving away chaos and evil spirits while inviting harmony and blessings. Priests and priestesses would often shake the sistrum during temple ceremonies, using its melodic tones to honor the gods and create a sacred atmosphere. Its use wasn't limited to temples alone. It also appeared in processions, festivals, and even private rituals, underscoring its importance in both public and personal worship. Central to the sistrum's symbolism is its connection to Hathor, one of Egypt's most beloved goddesses. Hathor, often depicted with cow horns and a sun disk, was associated with fertility, motherhood, and the arts. The sistrum, with its gentle, soothing sound, was seen as an extension of her nurturing and joyful energy. Many depictions of Hathor show her holding the sistrum, emphasizing its role as a divine instrument that bridged the human and the divine. In temple art, the sistrum is frequently portrayed in the hands of deities, priests, and worshippers, highlighting its sacred status. Its presence in these carvings and paintings not only reflects its use in rituals but also symbolizes the harmony and order that music brought to the cosmos. The sistrum's design, often adorned with images of Hathor or other divine symbols, further reinforced its spiritual purpose, making it a powerful emblem of devotion and reverence. The sistrum's enduring legacy reminds us of the ancient Egyptians' deep appreciation for music as a form of spiritual expression. Its rhythmic sounds echoed through temples and ceremonies, uniting worshippers in a shared experience of joy and connection to the divine. As we explore this symbol, we gain insight into how music and worship intertwine to create a vibrant tapestry of faith and culture in ancient Egypt. Next, we'll uncover the winged sun disk, a symbol of divine protection that adorned temples and amulets, guarding both the living and the dead. Now, let's turn our attention to the winged sun disk, a striking symbol that embodies divine protection and the eternal power of the sun. This emblem, often depicted as a radiant sun disk flanked by outstretched wings, was a powerful visual representation of the heavens and the gods' watchful presence over the land of Egypt. Its imagery was not only awe-inspiring but also deeply symbolic, serving as a reminder of the gods' ability to shield and guide both the living and the dead. The winged sun disk is most closely associated with Horus, the falcon-headed god of the sky and kingship. In ancient Egyptian mythology, Horus was often portrayed as a protector, and the winged sun disk became a manifestation of his divine authority. The wings, stretching outward on either side of the sun disk, symbolized the god's ability to soar above the earth, overseeing and safeguarding all below. This connection to Horus made the symbol a potent emblem of royal power and divine favor, frequently appearing in the iconography of pharaohs who sought to align themselves with the gods. In temple reliefs, the winged sun disk was commonly carved above doorways and gateways, serving as a protective barrier against evil forces. Its presence was believed to ward off chaos and ensure the sanctity of sacred spaces. The symbol also appeared on amulets worn by both the living and the deceased to invoke the gods' protection in daily life and the afterlife. These amulets were often placed in tombs, ensuring that the deceased would be shielded on their journey to the next world. The design of the winged sun disk varied slightly over time, but its core elements remained consistent. The sun disk, representing the life-giving power of the sun god Ra, was often encircled by a serpent, symbolizing the protective goddess Wadjet. The wings, sometimes adorned with intricate feather patterns, added a sense of majesty and movement, evoking the idea of divine guardianship from above. Together, these elements created a symbol that was both visually striking and rich in meaning. The winged sun disk's enduring presence in Egyptian art and religion highlights its significance as a symbol of divine protection and cosmic order. Its imagery transcended mere decoration, serving as a powerful reminder of the gods' omnipresence and their role in maintaining balance and harmony. As we explore this symbol, we gain a deeper understanding of how the ancient Egyptians sought to connect with the divine, ensuring their safety and prosperity in both this life and the next. Next, we'll uncover the CARTOUCHE, a symbol of royal identity and eternity that encapsulated the names of pharaohs and their divine legacy. Now, let's step into the world of the CARTOUCHE, a symbol that encapsulates the very essence of royal identity and eternal legacy in ancient Egypt. This distinctive oval shape, often seen encircling the names of pharaohs, was far more than just a decorative element. It was a powerful statement of divine kingship and immortality. The CARTOUCHE served as a protective enclosure, ensuring that the name of a ruler would endure for eternity, untouched by time or decay. The shape of the CARTOUCHE itself is deeply symbolic. Its elongated oval form is thought to represent a looped rope, a design that not only framed the royal name but also signified the infinite and unbroken nature of the pharaoh's reign. By enclosing the name within this sacred boundary, the CARTOUCHE acted as a shield, safeguarding the ruler's identity from harm and ensuring their place in the afterlife. This concept was so vital that the destruction of a CARTOUCHE was considered a grave offense, as it threatened the eternal existence of the named individual. CARTOUCHES were prominently featured in tombs, temples, and monuments, often carved into stone or painted on walls with great care and reverence. They were a visual declaration of the pharaoh's divine authority, linking them to the gods and the cosmic order. The names within the CARTOUCHE were written in hieroglyphs, each symbol carefully chosen to reflect the ruler's connection to the divine. For example, the name of Ramses II, one of Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, was often enclosed in a CARTOUCHE, emphasizing his role as a living god on earth. Beyond their use in royal iconography, CARTOUCHES also played a crucial role in funerary practices. They were inscribed on sarcophagi, burial chambers, and funerary objects, ensuring that the deceased pharaoh's name would be remembered and honored for generations. This practice was not limited to pharaohs alone. High-ranking officials and nobles sometimes adopted the use of CARTOUCHES to signify their elevated status and connection to the divine. The CARTOUCHE's enduring presence in Egyptian art and architecture highlights its importance as a symbol of identity and eternity. It reminds us of the ancient Egyptians' deep reverence for names and their belief in the power of words to shape reality. As we reflect on the CARTOUCHE, we gain insight into how the pharaohs sought to immortalize their legacy, ensuring that their names would echo through the ages. With this, we've journeyed through 30 hidden symbols in the hieroglyphs of Egypt, each one a window into the beliefs, culture, and mysteries of this ancient civilization. From the Ankh to the CARTOUCHE, these symbols reveal a world where art, religion, and power were intricately intertwined. What other secrets might these symbols still hold? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more explorations into the wonders of history. As we bring our journey through the 30 hidden symbols of ancient Egypt to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the depth of meaning and cultural significance each one holds. From the Ankh, a timeless emblem of life, to the CARTOUCHE, a sacred seal of royal identity, these symbols are far more than mere decorations. They are keys to unlocking the beliefs, values, and mysteries of one of history's most fascinating civilizations. Each hieroglyph tells a story, whether it's the protective power of the Eye of Horus, the transformative energy of the SCARAB beetle, or the eternal promise of the Shen ring. Together, they paint a vivid picture of a society deeply connected to the divine, the natural world, and the cycles of life and death. These symbols were not just artistic expressions, they were integral to the daily lives, rituals, and spiritual practices of the ancient Egyptians. They adorned temples, tombs, and artifacts, serving as reminders of the god's presence, the pharaoh's authority, and the people's hopes for the afterlife. Through these symbols, we glimpse a culture that revered balance, harmony, and the eternal, a culture that sought to preserve its legacy through the power of art and language. But the story doesn't end here. The hieroglyphs of Egypt continue to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike, offering endless opportunities for discovery. What other secrets might these symbols still hold? Could there be meanings or connections that we have yet to uncover? The beauty of ancient Egypt lies in its ability to inspire curiosity and wonder even thousands of years later. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the hidden symbols of Egypt, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which symbol resonated with you the most? What questions do you still have about these ancient mysteries? And if you're eager to dive deeper into the wonders of history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, history is full of stories waiting to be told.